4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks since I've posted a video. Guys, I'm sorry. This video is not going to be the video that you wanted to see or were expecting. I have been really busy the past few weeks. Yesterday I just got back from a marathon trip to Wisconsin. I drove 1,300 miles in 2 days. To cut to the chase, I know that you all are dying to see the tutorial video I've made on Ben Ven's joey-joebags cart rider. Essentially, this little gadget allows you to copy the video game ROM information and save data from genuine Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance game cartridges onto your computer. It is almost done. It is so close to being done, but it's taken me a long time. I've got a 15-page script. This is not light stuff, guys. There's so much content. There's so much to talk about on this. You all know I'm gonna be really thorough on this. I'm gonna show you exactly how to use this thing. I have to take my time on this. It seems like every tutorial video I do is bigger than the last one. That's not the status quo. That's just the way that it's going right now because the Joy video opens up so many more possibilities in all the other tutorial videos I can do in the future. They'll still be quality, they're just gonna be a lot quicker and not 45 minutes long. This right here is my actual shooting list that I've got on my phone of all the different content I want to release in the next couple of years. All these subjects that I've written down in here are videos that I can and will make. I also want to tell you guys, I got a surprise for you. I'm going to be reviewing the Pocket Sprite soon. If you don't know what the Pocket Sprite is, here's its page on Crowd Supply. Basically, it's a mini Game Boy. You can play Game Boy and Game Boy Color ROMs on it. It's really cool, and I want to share it with you guys. I've got one ordered, it's in the mail now, and it's on its way to me. I'm going to be getting it probably in a few days. So keep an eye out for that video. I just wanted to apologize to you guys that I've been away for so long. I'm starting to do a new video every week. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try to keep up and keep bringing you guys content and videos that I wanna make and you wanna see. At any rate, the Joy video is gonna be out in a few weeks. Here's my vlog. Good Kentucky morning, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. I am over at CVG right now. I've got an appointment at a dealership to see a new car that I'm probably buying today. I'm at the Avis lot right now. I'm renting a car to go one way up to Toledo, dropping off the rental car, and then picking up my car, hopefully. I hope that I like the car enough that I want to buy it. We'll see. Hi there, I'm Kyle, and I'm a 20-something living in northern Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati, Ohio. I like to do lots of fun things. Some of them are a little crazier than others, but I also enjoy building cool stuff in my spare time, and I love traveling to and exploring all sorts of neat and interesting places. So this is my life. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for being here. You know, one thing that I don't think the car that I'm buying has is a sunroof. I'm really gonna miss this car. This has actually been a really nice ride.
Take exit 192 for I-4. Your destination is on the left.
Thanks, Google lady. My turn? My turn? My turn? My turn? Come on. Yay! Let's go over this way. So I made it to the dealership now. I just have to go find a guy named Nick. Wow, guys, what a day. I've got a new car and it's waiting back at the dealership for me. I've got to figure out where to go to return the rental. I'm at the Toledo airport right now. I'm parked in the rental return lot, but I have to go to a counter somewhere. And I think that I've got to go into the airport to the Avis counter. Okay. Hey guys, I made it back. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to bed, I think. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good Kentucky morning, everybody. I feel a lot more well rested now. I slept for like 10, 11 hours. It was a long day yesterday. So you're probably wondering, Kyle, why did you even need a new car? Why did you go buy one yesterday? Here's why. This is why. A few days ago, someone hit me in a parking lot when I was opening my door. They basically just ran right into it with the front of their car. So, obviously, the car is damaged. Doesn't even close straight anymore. It's not even lined up right here. And the top right here doesn't even close all the way anymore either. Which means that the hinge in here is busted. Well, it's crooked. It's pushed in. So the guy who hit me was really cool about it. He essentially admitted fault right away and kept his story straight the whole way through. Went to his insurance company, called them, and said, hey, I hit someone. And they called me right away and said, hey, we're going to cut you a check for the damage. Just take it to get an estimate and let us know what it is. Have them fax the estimate to us, and then we will mail you a check next week. I was obviously really sad when it happened, but this was probably the best way that this all could have happened. I paid $15,000 for this car about 5 years ago. That was when it had 73,000 miles on it. It's a little high for a car like this. It was a really nice car though. It was great. It's been great. It's never left me stranded anywhere. It's been a super reliable car. I've only got maybe 4 or 5 months left to pay on this car. I did get it financed for 60 months, 5 years, and it'll be done being paid off mid to end of this summer. My car needs a little bit of TLC. It needs a new strut, it needs an alignment, it's got new tires, it's got a great transmission, and the engine has been fine. I've only ever done oil changes and replaced tires on this car, which means it also needs brakes. So I'm going to be paying off the car this week, and I'm also going to be trying to sell it. Now, I want to sell it as is, basically being upfront with people, saying, this is what's wrong with it, this is what it needs. It's also going to need a new door. I don't really think that can be hammered out. I think I'm making progress. I also never expected to be moving a third of the way across the country from Wisconsin to Kentucky. I've been down here in Kentucky for 2.5 years now, just about, and it's a little bit too much car for me. I don't need to haul around 5 full-grown adults. I need to just haul around myself. I just need a car that will get me from A to B and sometimes C. And so that is why I bought the Focus. Now this car is a 2015 Ford Focus SE. It has 30,000 miles on it. I paid about $11,000 for it. I did have to get financing, but I also put money down on it. So essentially, the monthly amount I'm paying on this car is much less than I ever paid on this car. This car also has a V6 engine, is much heavier, and thus takes more gas. This car is a 4-cylinder, which I never thought that I would be thrilled to have a 4-cylinder car. I always thought I wanted a bigger car. So now that I've driven this car for a couple days, and then I go to drive this one to park it here for this video, it just feels so much different. What also helps is I got a much better interest rate on this car than I got on this car. Now you guys are going to learn something a little bit more intimate about me. 5 years ago, I owned 2 cars. I had a 2004 Saturn Vue, and I had a 1989 Corvette. I was making payments on both of them just fine for a few months. At the time I was running my own business, and business started to dry up and not really go that fantastically. That was the first sign that my business was going to fail. It was terrible timing too, because I just bought 2 cars. I had one of my dream cars, and I had my daily driver. After a few months of paying on these cars, I was no longer able to afford either of them. I started to default on both loans, and I was penniless basically. By God's grace, I was able to save the situation by selling both cars and then securing a loan for my Ford Taurus. Now, with it being a $15,000 almost new car, that had some caveats to it. The bank was more than happy to help me. I kind of had to fight for the loan. I had to put money down after selling my other cars to buy this one. By the time it was all said and done and I had sold both of my cars, I had actually ended up making a little bit of money on the Saturn. I was able to put that money towards buying this car. I decided I wanted the Taurus because I needed a reliable car. I didn't know where I was going to be within the next few years, and I needed something that was able to withstand the journey ahead, basically. It was a tough financial decision. I didn't want to go back into debt right away again, but I needed a car. And for what I would pay for repairs to an older, junkier car, I would be paying in car payments for a reliable car that wouldn't get me stranded anywhere. So that was my justification of that. So I've been paying about $270 a month on my Taurus. In stark contrast, my Focus is only going to be about $175 a month, which means I'm saving about 90 to 100 bucks in the end when it's all said and done. And since it's also a less expensive car, my insurance is going to go down on it too. Not a lot, but at least a couple dollars. I don't know what's going to happen in the next few years. Hopefully, this car lasts me at least 5 or 6 years or more, I hope. This car is 3 years old and it's got 30,000 miles on it. Whereas the Taurus, when it was 3 years old, I bought it with 73,000 miles. Which, I needed a car. It was a car that I thought was really nice and really pretty. I really wanted it, and so that's where I invested my money. I don't regret making that financial decision, getting rid of my Corvette and my Saturn. I was able to get myself out of a hole, and for the past 4 years I've been fixing my credit score so that I could get a better interest rate on something like this. The Taurus, I paid 11% interest on it, which is high. But then again, I had like a low 400 credit score. Now I'm in the low 700s and I got a 6.5% interest rate on this car. Actually, I think it's like 6.3%. And I'll admit, that's not super low and it's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be around 4 to 4.5%. But obviously, because I had another loan currently on another car, I got the interest rate that I did on this one, which, all things considered, it's not too bad, and I can't complain. Also, I got quite a good deal on this car, I think. For the mileage it's got and the year it is, and just how nice it is and the features it has, I got a really good deal paying $11,000 for this car. So, I think, honestly, I did really well on this deal. I also figured that since I'm selling a car, I should probably have a car ready to go. And since I found a deal on this car, pretty much the day after I got hit, I decided I should probably buy it. I had been eyeing these up for a while, thinking about my next vehicle. I didn't want to buy anything until maybe next year, 2019. But whatever, I guess. Everything happens for a reason. I'll be able to sell my other car and make a little bit of money on it, and also have a good, reliable car for the road ahead. So that's it then. That's essentially part of my life story. I want to thank you guys for watching, as always. Please hit the like button if you like this video and you want to see more. Also, click the subscribe button below if you want to see more of my content and you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys again so much for your support. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.